Welcome back to Ain't Jaded Yet. Here we go again. Today we're going to be discussing Borderland Festival Day Deuce. Badu. And the energy I just showed right there does not really showcase what this day was like. Well, it actually started out that way. You know, with Annie in the water at around 1:15 in the afternoon. Things did kick off hot. It ended with those guys right there at camp. Oh boy. I'm a happy camper, I gotta say. I think that by the end of this weekend, we had a whole lot of happy campers. You know, I mean, camp. You know, this was a very, very awesome day. You know, you look at a festival lineup 6 months ago, and you're like, you know, last year they had Tab and Goose. This year it's like Camp and Black Crows and Marcus King. You know, I've seen Marcus King before, and Black Crows don't really excite me. So, you know, the draw 6 months ago was, well, my friends really liked that festival last year and they said really good things, so I'll keep the lookout. And then it's like, man, Annie in the Water got added? Aggie's there? The Wood Brothers? And next thing I know, I'm like extremely invested in this festival now. You know, the diversity, the things that you don't know so well, the camp, the Wildorado, the Houndmouth, who I hadn't seen probably since like Bonnaroo, like 12, 14 years ago or something like that, like when they were first getting going, you know, and they were fantastic. Let's start with one thing that I missed from yesterday, which was Grub, which was the late night show over at the Kissing Bridge camping sitch. We got a little Grub sticker right here, which I don't even know what it really is. It might be an alien, it might be a goat. I'm not sure. Pretty fun. Grub, a little 3-piece. They can do big things. From the Buffalo area, they played into the wee hours. They crushed one big holiday cover. Whoo! My Morning Jacket, baby! And they'll be here in Syracuse this Tuesday on my birthday. Want some synchronicity up in this place. A lot of full circle stuff happening. A lot of big full circle things. You know, Bonnaroo 2008, My Morning Jacket was there that Friday, my first big festival. Fast forward to now, it's, you know, something that I do on the regular and a big part of me. And I get to go see them come to my town. It's the second time ever My Morning Jacket's going to be in Syracuse that I can remember since seeing them in 2008. So yeah, it's huge. Throw in this past weekend, Trey is just like playing on stage with Bruce Springsteen, who was at his first concert. Also 2009, Bonnaroo, my second big festival ever. My first Fish show, Bruce Springsteen comes out and plays 3 songs with Fish. Like I said, big full circle stuff. It's all connected in synchronicity and stuff like that. You know, we could go off the deep end on the deep stuff, but we're just going to scratch that surface and just point out a few of those full circle things right there. Grub played very well for all the folks over at the Kissing Bridge. They had some fire pits going on that deck. They had the bar open. They were serving some food. Awesome little vibe going there after hours. Big fan of Grub and that vibe there. So on to, well, I guess that was really Saturday when that started. That was like, I think they started around midnight and played till like 2 something, 3 something. It was late when they ended. Very grateful for that. And then, you know, my excitement for Saturday started to get going. And I knew that I needed to get up in time for Annie in the Water, who was starting at 1:15. Wanted to get over there in time for that. You know, the sun is out Saturday morning. It is hot. But I'm ready. When we get over there, And, I just missed the very, very beginning of it, which is fine. I get over, and I go up to the front. One of the beautiful things of a 1:15 afternoon show is I'm not going to be fighting a crowd, but you know what? These guys, they're going to have that big crowd soon enough, I feel. I just have a feeling about that, because they killed it. Annie and the Water Tour for JP right now. I saw him last weekend. Saw him this past, 2 weeks, whatever. Maybe 3 weekends in a row, at least, that I get to see these boys. And they are killing right now. So I'm stoked for what they did and what they're doing and where things are going with them. They're so humble and so chill. Got to hang out with a couple of them throughout the day and soak in, some of the vibes throughout the festival along with them. And they're always around hanging out at the shows after. They don't just like, let's go to the next. They're there for the music too, and did not disappoint. Got over there in time. But what happened was the heat was real hot. And we had already endured quite a bit of heat the day before. So, after that hour of getting down in the sun for the Annie boys, the next thing to do was the dip. So, but it's time to get a frozen beverage, something chill, a frosty, a frozen drink of some kind. And, we do that, and we go over to the dip. You know what? We go over to just a little bit of a dip of the dip, a little bit, and end up dipping hard. You know what I mean? These guys, when they dip, and they dipped. And we got horns, we got great energy. I'm getting some of the best vibes from the dip, and you know what? I end up expending a lot more energy at the dip than I thought I was gonna. And I'm realizing at this point, the second show of the day, it's all about that reserve tank that you didn't even think you had. The music will say to you, "Hey, body, you got the energy. Make some moves." And you do. You make the moves. You take a few dance moves, and then the next thing you know, you forgot you were tired. You forgot the sun was beating down on you. But you remember about the sun real quick. Trust me on that. It was out all day Friday and Saturday. No cloud coverage. So, you had to have some kind of shade. You had to keep cool. And if you were doing, a good job of that, you were able to still catch plenty of awesome music. But that being said, after the dip, I really did kind of overheat and need to go sit in the shade and relax. And so I did do that, but the consequence there was I didn't get to candidly check out Sierra Hull, which was one of the bigger names there all weekend, actually. Unbelievable mandolin player. And so I didn't get to catch that very closely. What I did do at this time is I went and showed and got shade and got some food and relaxed. And those are the things you got to do. So Sierra Hull, who I did listen to on Spotify and was like, damn, she can play. So I'm a little bummed that I didn't get to see a whole lot of that, but I did hear some of it, and the parts I did hear were a little bit chill. It was hot as hell, so I'm sure she wasn't ready to go rip, but I would see her again. So I did check some of Uncle Ben's Remedy over at the smaller stage, the hand-spun stage, and some Handsome Jack. I'm not paying super close attention to these things. It sounds like some country rock, some southern rock, some good vibes, and a lot of fun. Let's see. I'm not sure timing-wise where these things were all at. I think Houndmouth was next at the main stage. Went over to that. And like I said, surprised. Not just because they weren't one of the things I was craziest excited about this weekend, but I just forgot that there was something on my Spotify for a long time with that song Sedona, but then when they were playing, I recognized maybe 3 or 4 other songs, and the heartstrings are starting to get played now, guys and girls. We're getting the heartstrings tampered with in the best ways. Yeah. So yeah, we have Houndmouth. You know, I'm feeling some real good energy at this point in time. And, you know, I think I stay for most of Houndmouth, maybe right till the end. And then I head over to the Borderland Dead All-Stars, which is a fantastic little super group of local musicians. I noticed a couple guys from Oregon Fairchild up there getting down on some Dead, and I did recognize the bass player. I can't remember his name, but I know he played with Pearly Baker's Best in Syracuse for years, and I've seen him play in many renditions of jam scene bands at Pumpkin Waffles here in Syracuse. So some local dudes crushing some Dead. You know, I get over there and we're getting down for some Dead. But what's also happening is we're leading up to the Wood Brothers, which is, I'm realizing more and more how I taken for granted how awesome it's been that I've gotten to see the Wood Brothers like 4 or 5 times so far in my life, and sometimes very candidly, like at Beacon Skiff here in Syracuse, you know, some smaller spots, and they're fucking great. You know, it makes you remember a few things, like the fact I might be the luckiest fucking man on this goddamn planet. It's all perspective, for real. And you know what? They say it, and it just might be true. Oh, shit. Taking our time today. Alright, a little quick break. We got Sweet Mug that was given as a gift. We got the lyrics on there that say everything's right, just hold tight. It's from one of the booths there at Borderland. I don't remember which one it was. It was right next to my friend Darian. And they gave this to me as a gift. It was very sweet. Tony and Val, thank you so much. And if you ever need a reminder, these lyrics will tell you. Quick fact. Everything is right. Just hold tight. You know, the line is in the sand. The flag is planted. The rest of your life, don't take it for granted. You know what I mean? All right. Wood Brothers. Catch almost all of it, but a friend of mine had recommended Wildorado. I mean, I haven't quite figured out how to exactly pronounce it, but we're gonna go with Wildorado. And wow, dude, these guys, you know, when friends in the music scene who are well versed in a diverse taste in tunes recommend anything, you're like, okay, this one stood out in that whole lineup, then glad I caught, you know, maybe the last half hour or so. It did overlap with Wood Brothers, who were killing over there. So, you know, everyone's a winner on Saturday here. You could not go wrong, honestly, with everything all day long. You're on any old time. Alright. I'm just curious. I want I kind of want to line up when I talk about camp with like some of their couple of songs here at the end of this Red Rocks show that I found on YouTube. I'm just making a prediction that I'm gonna know like one of them. No, they're bringing someone up. Anyway, get this show back on track. Production, I'm sorry. Listen, I know, I get, yes, I know, I have, just because I have things written down doesn't mean that I have to follow it. Order and chaos and order, you know. What we're trying to do is kill a quick minute of time here so we can get some background camp, because what I found out from going to see camp is the feels are on tap. The feels are on tap. Am I playing a rock and roll song? Alright, it's okay, it's okay, it's okay, it's okay, it's okay, it's okay. We're just gonna do this. We're camping and we want to see a certain camp thing, so you know, we're gonna get right to that. We're gonna ramble while we're finding that, you know. So camp was the main reason for a ton of people coming to this festival at all. Yo, there is a father-son people camping next to us, and the son's favorite band, Camp. And I'm like, oh shit, of course. What a fucking wholesome band for kids to love. And sure enough, he was not the only one. There were all age ranges. There were all types of fan bases. You know, it wasn't just a hippie jam scene there for Camp. It was everyone. And I found out what a huge draw it was, because this was the only show in the Northeast, I think, all year that they had. So excitement is building for Camp. You're already subscribed? Yep. Okay. Yeah, so what we're gonna do here, we're gonna find one of these. 2019. Yeah. This'll do. Let's do this. All right. So yeah, this could be 5 minutes. All right. So we got Camp. The heartstring harpsichord. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know what a harpsichord even is, but they're playing it. Yeah. Music can do so many things, but you know, cathartic tears are something that men are taught not to you're not supposed to cry, dude. But we are, and fucking A, it's so good for you. Yeah, dude, we're all a bunch of life forces, dude. This is the only song I knew super well. I knew plenty of others that they played. I mean, they played fucking War Pigs. They slayed War Pigs super psychedelic and super hard for like 3 minutes. They were like, yes, like we're not gonna play that for like 12, like we're not gonna play the whole thing, you know what I mean? Like, but we could do it. Oh man. You know, they did do a Dr. Dog cover. I just heard them do it again in the Red Rocks stream that I was just playing. And you know, I can't wait to see Camp again live, dude. These guys aren't that old. They're gonna play. They're gonna be going. You know. If you don't know about the feels, dude, you're missing out on a type of music that can heal you in ways you didn't know you needed. Anyway. Yeah, listen to some Camp. All right, we're happy. We're happy times. So real quick, here's the set list that I got for the weekend. This was a band that played the late night show on Saturday, and they were B-E-U. Caught a Buford on the drums. No, Bu got my attention real quick when they were playing 2001. I don't know if they started or did this all. Yeah, they only played Back on the Train earlier on. That's right. So they were playing me some Fish, you know. But they were putting their own spin on it for sure. Those guys were great. They jammed. They were a 4-piece. And they were doing just some sick jams for us. Very grateful for all of that. Get out there and be a life force today, you know? Spread some love. Be you. You know what I mean? Peace. Love.